TikTok star Keith Lee is waiving all vendor fees for his inaugural New Orleans Food Festival in May,
Yes.
saying he wants to prioritize local business success.
We made the right person famous. I love it.
Finally.
I actually hate when people say stuff like that, but this is my first time ever saying it, and I'm saying it for Keith Lee.
No, really? That's your
Like,
first
yeah,
time saying that?
yeah.
You don't feel like that about Kai? I feel like the first time I heard that was with Kai. Everybody was like, we finally made the right person famous.
well, yeah. I mean, I've heard people say that. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I rock with Kai. I support him. And what he's doing, and he's world famous. But this is my first time just ever saying
Saying it
it
out
and,
loud, okay.
meaning it, like because Keith Lee does a lot for the community. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure he get compensated a lot for what he does. He's not a nonprofit
True.
organization,
That
but
part.
he gives out a lot of money. He helps out a lot of businesses. He helps businesses with promotion,
Yes.
and he helps the right businesses because you can help a business, and it's like they don't necessarily need the help. This is why a lot of influencers and celebrities are not respected by these big brands,
Right.
because y'all shouting out Balenciaga and they got $1 billion marketing budget and never pay you no money.
Right.
He go test people products out,
Yeah.
and if you can use the marketing, then he will promote it.
It's literally called the Keith Lee effect.
Yes.
Like he'll go to a small spot, and not only will he pay for it, not tell them who he is, so that they don't, give him, how to give you the special food.
Yeah, they gonna give you the right.
Give you the food cooked by the chef that comes on Saturday.
Exactly.
No, so he can be treated like a regular person, get regular food. But then if he really likes it, he'll also tip, like overly tip, like thousands of dollars.
Yes.
So not only does he give you like that money, but then you have the Keith Lee effect. People go there, and then they make these small businesses profitable.
It only could have been attributed on and done on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, TikTok, because TikTok has a very localized algorithm.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those type of people that's constantly posting on TikTok and doing this whole doing your TikTok thing, it's very localized.
Yeah.
So he'll be in Dallas and say, this chicken spot in Dallas is really great, and they'll show that to majority people in Dallas, Austin, Houston. So people will be coming from all over, and it's been people that have been flying in like, hey, I'm going to Dallas anyway, so I'm going to fly in a day early just to check out this restaurant. So he has that global impact. He did his tour. So shout out to Keith, man. I mean, I love how he interact with his family, and he, highlights his wife
everybody's going to be there.
Yeah.
All his family members. Well, because he do stuff like with his cousins and stuff. They be in the car, or some other people. It don't just be his wife.
Yeah.
I really like the idea that he is waiving vendor fees, because vendor tables can cost a lot of money.
Well, I mean, it was some rumblings online about this, and then they just shut it down and was like, well, we just gonna make it free, since people, we not giving you no reason to complain, because people, they look around and find reasons to complain, because everybody's just not going to be successful. Unfortunately, everybody think they can cook. Everybody think they can open a restaurant. It's certain businesses, everybody think that they can do until it's time to do it. In a restaurant, I would think it's number one. Podcasting, unfortunately, is number two. And being a content creator, everybody think they can do it.
That's true. And no, everybody has content. It's the truth.
But restaurant, everybody got an auntie with a big arm that think they know how to cook.
I'm telling you.
So everybody, want a food truck or want to sell plates or do whatever. So
there's a lot of investment in restaurants.
And yes, and it's you gotta, and I can kind of understand the vendor having to pay the vendor fee, because it's like, okay, I gotta get my food truck ready, or I gotta get the inventory and the food ready, and that's going to take a lot of time. I gotta get the bodies, I gotta get the, I gotta get a lot of stuff before I even get there, and then there's a vendor fee. So I can understand that, and I see what they looked at it from the cost benefit analysis. Like, hey, if we really want to do and help out local businesses, let's just get rid of that barrier of entry, even though it probably wouldn't have been that much money, but it's the psychological barrier of entry.
I was gonna say, I think my only critique with making something free, and I'm trapped in the culture, so I am literally always for the people. Like, I think most things should be free, right?
Right.
It's just when you're dealing with food, and you kind of want to make sure that you get people who are following certain like like the last thing you want is for Keith Lee to have a festival and somebody gets sick. And so I feel like if you got a little bread to put up, you're kind of weeding out the people who aren't really able to kind of follow all the sanitation rules.
Yeah, you don't want people just pulling up selling barbecue out of their trunk and not really.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. You have to be super duper clean. And this is from somebody who's eating street meat everywhere. You know what I mean? I've learned my lesson about, okay, what to kind of look for. And so I'm hoping that if they don't have a vendor fee, they have something else.
Some type of standard protocol you got to go through. Yeah, we ain't got no financial fee, but, a couple of days before, we got to, you got to go through this process. Yeah. And we got to approve or deny and do it. Yeah. And we're not denying you for financial reasons, but we might deny you because you don't have the right equipment or you don't have the right storage or you don't have the right this and that.
Yes.
And I do like that. I never really thought about that, but
we're dealing with food. Yes, food. Yeah. Didn't Mama Tina just get in trouble about some food?
All right, now you trying to get us canceled. Mama Tina, I would try the gumbo. I don't know.
Listen,
Mama Tina, don't do me.
What I'm saying is, don't do that. There was backlash, and that's not something I want to see for Keith Lee.
A lot of people were saying, and I guess the report was the food wasn't stored correctly. Gumbo got a lot of different seafoods and all these.
You're talking to somebody who used to work in a restaurant. I remember, everything in the restaurant had to be on wheels. Yeah. Like, all the equipment had to be movable so you could clean. Facts. Like, there's certain things, certain things have to be in the refrigerator for a certain amount of time. Right. And also it can't be in the refrigerator for too long. Like,
exactly.
Yes,
it's a process.
There is. So, yes, food sanitation, somebody to come and grade or inspect or something. Because, again, this is his first big thing. The last thing you want is for people to come and get sick.
Yeah. Shout out to Keith Lee and everything he's doing. Me and my family, we're going.
Really?
Yeah, we're going out there. Hey.
So. They say it's $70 a ticket.
I don't know which ticket we got, but I think we ain't got the general admission.
You got the VIP?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. They said the VIP a little bit of bread now. Yeah. But so what does it come with though? Like, what special do you get for VIP? You're not sure.
I'm not
sure.
You
just VIP.
Listen, it just showed up on my Amex one day.
Really?
I don't.
Okay. You're like, I guess that's what we doing then.
Getting financially abused. Thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe to our page below. And also, if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.